This morning, a high school track star is still recovering nearly a week after being hit on the head by another runner during a race.
What if I told you that a high school track event turned into something straight out of a crime scene? You won't believe what happened during this 4x200 relay race. It was more than just an accident. It was a moment of pure rage, and you're about to see it unfold. It was supposed to be a regular race, the kind that's filled with adrenaline, excitement, and the hope of a future scholarship. But for one runner, this race was anything but ordinary. The Virginia State High School League Championships were underway, and everything was going smoothly until it wasn't. You could feel the energy in the air, the crowd cheering, and the runners pushing their limits. But then, something happened. Junior Kin Tucker was running the second leg of the 4x200 relay, but as she rounded the curve, something unexpected happened. One of her competitors, another sprinter, swung her baton back with force. And bam, the baton hit Kin square in the back of the head. In the blink of an eye, Kin was on the ground. The crowd fell silent, unsure if what they had just witnessed was an accident or something much worse. Seconds later, Kin was down. Her head hit the track with a sickening thud, and it was clear this wasn't your typical race injury. As she reached for her head, you could see her struggling to stay conscious. Her teammates rushed to her aid, but it was too late. The damage was done. Kin was diagnosed with a concussion, and worse yet, a fractured skull. The damage wasn't just physical. Her future as a track athlete was shattered in an instant. But here's where things take a shocking turn. The competitor who struck Kin with the baton didn't seem to think much of the situation. Instead of offering an apology or showing concern, she claimed it was all an accident. "I lost my balance," she said. "It wasn't on purpose." Really? That's the excuse? After seeing the footage from different angles, it was hard to believe. You could clearly see the intent in her movement, winding up the baton like a weapon. But what really set the internet on fire wasn't just the incident itself, it was the aftermath. The competitor appeared on TV, tears streaming down her face, claiming that she too was suffering emotionally. "I'm mentally hurt," she said. "What about my mental health? Are you kidding me? Here's someone who just caused another person to lose their career, potentially their life's work, and all she could think about was her own feelings." This wasn't just a bad look, it was downright infuriating. Now, as the story spirals, the consequences are starting to hit home. The track star who caused the incident has been charged with misdemeanor assault and battery. But is that enough? A fractured skull, a concussion, and the loss of a future in track? A misdemeanor doesn't seem like nearly enough punishment. Some are even calling for more severe charges. But what about the school, the coaches, and the parents? Why wasn't anyone else held accountable? There are questions that need to be answered. Why was this allowed to happen in the first place? And why does it feel like the system is trying to sweep it all under the rug? As expected, the backlash has been intense. Kin's family is calling for justice, and the competitor's family is being dragged through the mud on social media. The competitor herself has tried to reach out with an apology, but the damage is done. "How could I ever forgive someone who nearly ruined my entire future?" Kin's response says it all. The comments online are brutal, with many people demanding harsher punishments for the competitor and her team. But here's the thing, accidents happen. But this wasn't an accident. This was a moment of pure intent. When you wind up a baton and swing it with that much force at the back of someone's head, you're not just running a race. You're trying to take someone out. And the fact that the competitor didn't own up to her actions is almost worse than the incident itself. As this story continues to unfold, one thing is clear. Accountability is long overdue. The real question is, how far are we willing to let this go? So, what do you think? Was this just an accident, or is something darker at play here? The truth is, we may never know what was truly going through her mind in that moment. But one thing's for sure, the consequences of her actions are just beginning. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you think justice should be served. Stay safe out there, and as always, stay tuned for more updates on this crazy story.